Okay, so today we're going to be talking about, will my homeowner's insurance go up if I file a claim? Hi, I'm Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. I'm a licensed public adjuster in the state of Florida. Now, this is one of the questions, I can't tell you how many times I get a week. 2, 3, 4, 5, varies. But when people will call me to inquire whether they have a claim, a problem with a claim, or it's one of my clients who had a question regarding the claim, then they'll say, hey, Mike, I have a question. Is my rates are going to go up if I file a claim, or now that I've filed a claim and we're going through the process? So let's take a look to the answer to that question, because it does come up quite often. So if you do have any questions or you want to get a hold of me, this is how you do so. Cell phone, email, and my website. So what I kind of find interesting is that when I get these questions, will my insurance go up if I file a claim? The insurance companies are always trying to find a reason to raise the premiums, raise the rates. Let me give you an example. So in the last 10 years, insurance companies in the state of Florida have requested, 8 out of 10 years, they requested a rate increase. Well, wait, can't they just arbitrarily and voluntarily raise the rates? Not if they do it on a widespread basis. So in most cases, your state Office of Insurance Regulation or another similar name will either accept or deny the rate increase. The last few years, 3, 4 years here in Florida, we've had rate increases every year. Every year, these insurance companies file a brief and send it to the OIR, Office of Insurance Regulation, asking for a rate increase. What's funny is sometimes it's granted, sometimes it's not. A company, for instance, by the name of Southern Fidelity, they're no longer here with us. They're insolvent, but they have a few other companies underneath that are still operating. A couple years ago, they didn't even use their financials as a reason to ask for the increase. They said that they are hurting financially, and they didn't produce any of their financials. Rather, they produced financials on an annual basis from insurance companies around the United States. So that was a little perplexing, and the OIR actually shut them down and said, no, you open up your books, we'll consider it. But that's a whole different animal, a whole different conversation, the way they can manipulate the money from company to company. So what type of claim that you have sometimes will matter if you do get a insurance premium increase for the following year. So if you had a fire that damaged maybe half of your home, but you repaired the home, they probably will assign a rate increase. Probably. They may not. The reason is there's an increased risk of other problems in the house. Now you could say, well, wait a minute, but half the house is brand new now, but the other half isn't. We'll get into that a little bit more. If you had a smaller leak claim, small roof claim repaired, probably not. If you had a hurricane, probably not too. But again, these times are so difficult to say, and I won't spill the beans, but we're going to get into that a little bit more. So, but, and there's the thing, but people who have never filed a claim have, at least here in Florida, has seen significant rate hikes over the last few years. So all insurance company has to do, they file, say, hey, we want a rate increase. And people who never had a claim are getting their rates increased. So what I'm trying to get to, whether you file a claim or not, it's almost automatic on a yearly basis that you're going to get some type of rate increase. It almost always happens. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Now, The age of your home is going to matter as well. So newer homes may not see any price increase in rates in their premiums if they file a claim. Older homes, they might. You're more likely to see it with an older home because the insurance company thinks there's a higher risk that more problems are going to develop. But listen, this isn't no different than health insurance for a young person over 30 versus an older person over 65. So yes, the age of the house matters. Yes, the insurance companies nowadays, if you have an older home, they're limiting what benefits you have under a policy. For instance, limitation on water of 10,000 or water damage exclusion. There's going to be limitations on roof. There's going to be other limitations throughout the policy based on the age of your house. So I tell my clients this all the time. Some point during the claim when I'm handling it for them, this question comes up. Mike, will I get dropped? And also about the rates. And I always tell them there's two things you can't control. If the insurance is going to drop you or if they raise your rates. You can't do anything about it. You can't control that. Control the things that you can control. You have insurance because of the simple fact in case you need to file a claim. If you don't want to file a claim and you just want to give the insurance company money on a yearly basis, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But it's there in case you do have damage so that you can get everything restored and be made whole. W-H-O-L-E, whole. Okay? So these two things, this is what I always tell my clients. If any of my clients were to tell you, this is what they would hear from me. So here's another good video that I have on my channel. You can find it, how the insurance companies know about previous claims. This kind of goes hand in hand with how they will rate your premiums if you're getting a new policy. So you may want to take a look. There's some helpful little tips and tidbits in this video as well. Now, let's just summarize. So the insurance company always wants to raise rates, whether you file a claim or not. They tend to seek approval from the state on raising rates almost on a yearly basis. You know, I just read in Louisiana, they have an insurance company like we have in Florida, Citizens, which is the state-run insurance company like Florida. Citizens of Louisiana asked for, I think, a 73 or 78%, I'll just put 73, increase for premiums for the following year. So whenever you hear, like in Florida, one of the reasons they just had these new laws that passed July 1st of 2022, because they said they're going to reduce rates. Whenever you hear there's a plan that will help reduce rates, it never, ever, ever, never, ever happens. The insurance company never reduces the rates or premiums. Never. So with that, hopefully you understand that yes, your rates could go up if you file a claim. They could go up if you've ever had a claim. They could go up if you have an older house, and they could go up if you have a newer house. There's no rhyme or reason for it. They do it because of financial reasons, and they do it to increase their bottom line. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. My name is Mike Keeler. I'm a public adjuster licensed in the state of Florida. If you have a question, need help with a claim, or need me to represent you, that's how you can get a hold of me. My cell phone, email, and website. Thanks for watching this video.